Welcome back everybody to another pomade review, and today we'll be taking a look at another unorthodox water-based pomade. And our pomade for today is the Eau Douce Multipurpose Pomade. Now, when it comes to water-based pomades, the Eau Douce line, there are the multi-purpose pomade and standard pomades. The way to tell the difference between the two is that the multi-purpose pomade that I have over here, this is the original Eau Douce water-based pomade that came out first. And the different formula is a standard pomade. That's the newer one, and it's water soluble. It has less of a shine. Well, this one is called multi-purpose because you can opt for buildup, just like with an oil-based pomade, and you can also completely wash it out of your hair. Meanwhile, the standard pomade is water soluble. Hence, this one is the multi-purpose pomade, and they just changed the name from water-based pomade to multi-purpose pomade in order to not confuse people. And it comes in this black box. Opening it up, you'd find a glass jar, 4 ounces worth of product. Everything is pretty much a black color scheme, and it comes with a screw top lid. Now, the design requirements of this one is not supposed to provide a high hold, a medium shine. Use 1 scoop for a loose and natural hold, and 2 to 3 scoops for classic styles. Therefore, this is meant to be a versatile product. The scent on it is actually quite herbal and a little fruity. I can sense the citrus scent. It's a little orangey and somewhat woody. It's just herbal and woody at the same time. It's very subtle and clean with masculine scent. And my hair is just very slightly damp right now. I'm just gonna add a little more dampness in there. Now the product itself, you would see a little bit of a waxy product, but it doesn't really look that wet. It looks sort of more like a drier product, a little like a dry version of Sheer Revival's Crystal Lake, if I'm to compare it to something I've used before. It also has a bit of a tacky look to it, and I'm just going to go ahead and scoop it out right now. Now, upon scooping it out, you can immediately feel the wetness being present in there. I'm going to try to break it down in my hands right now. And as you break it down, you feel the product just getting a little creamier and a little wet. I know that the first formula that came out in 2014 or so, people have a hard time completely breaking out a product, but now this one just scoops out really easily. It just scoops out pretty lotion-like and breaks down kind of creamy. It also has sort of an easy application to the hair. Very slight resistance and no tug at all. You can't even feel much of a waxy pull through this. It applies sort of like a cream, but not, well, just a little more resistant than a cream. The scent also gets a little stronger as you rub it down, but once it's in your hair, you can't really smell it that much. It is present, but I can't really smell the product once it's in my hair. I mean, so much. I can smell a little bit, but it's not dominant at all whatsoever. The shine on it is almost natural. It's sort of like a low to medium shine. I would say it's a couple of notches above a neutral shine. It's a very healthy looking shine over here, and you can see that it does not look wet, it does not look greasy at all. It just adds a really nice tint to your hair, especially if your hair is pretty dark. It adds a really awesome contrast to enhance the blackness, the darkness of your hair. I'm just gonna apply 1 more scoop. I've never actually tried a more looser and textured style with this one with just one scoop, but I'm, as you know me, I normally go for the much slicker styles. So I'm just gonna do exactly that. Now slicking everything back, you would have, it feels sort of like a dry product. It's almost like you were actually, once you're breaking down, it's almost like you were squeezing liquid out of it. It feels a little more wet in your hands, but once in your hair, you would feel a bit of stickiness, but it's almost dry. Sort of like, it's pretty easy to comb through. It's sort of like a light to medium resistance, but it just feels kind of dry and tacky at the same time without feeling too wet. Just gonna go ahead and form my part right now. And now the slickness of this water-based pomade, it does a really good job at emulating and simulating the slickness that you would find with an oil-based pomade. As you can see, I can actually tuck my sides pretty well as if I'm using an oil-based pomade. At the same time, it does not have too much of that overly sticky and waxy feel that you would find with some oil-based pomades and even some unorthodox water-based pomade. It gives you like a nice slickness without even feeling way too waxy or having too much of a very heavyweight wax feel. It's actually really lightweight in the hair, and that's what I love in a product. Now the product is meant to give you a high hold according to the label, but high hold isn't exactly specified here. Probably at least a firm hold is what is meant to here, but as for me, I can feel that this product to me works more as a medium firm, leaning more towards the firm side. Not exactly a true firm, but it's good enough for the job. And as I'm styling my pompadour, you see, I can go for a relatively medium height, but the shape out of it is really natural, and that is just really amazing actually. Once it's in your hair throughout the rest of the day, the product gets a little bit drier and you feel the wax content settling in even more. So restyling it throughout the day, when you actually recomb it, it does feel a little easier than when you initially comb it actually. The control in this pomade is just, I love the level of control out of this one. It has a very lightweight feel, but a great amount of control. And as the day progresses, like I said, as the wax starts becoming more dominant during the styling, when you restyle your hair, it gets even easier to restyle. It gets even easier to control your hair. The control in your hair becomes even better with this product. So, yeah. So I guess I should call this done for now. Now let's see how the product looks in my hair under the proper lighting. As you can see, the shine here didn't go overboard with this one. It is sort of a natural shine. Not really a natural shine, but a little above the natural shine. That does not look wet at all, but it looks a very healthy one. Like people would know that you actually have product in your hair, but under intense lighting, it still does not look wet and actually looks even more of a present shine, but a really nice, healthy shine. And you can see the shape of my pompadour is very round and very forward, and I do love that in the product. O'Dowd's actually gives me some of the most natural looking pompadours for when it comes to styling with a water-based pomade. Now when it comes to the hold itself, on really hot summer days, oh god, today it's gonna reach 40 degrees Celsius here at its peak temperature for today. It was 36 yesterday, and you're definitely going to have to restyle it. I mean, it's not really going to melt so much in your face, and the great thing about this product, it's not greasy at all, so you won't really have much acne problems as far as I can see. But in a really hot summer day, you definitely need to restyle at least once. But I can actually go through a full day without really having to restyle so much during the colder seasons. So all in all, what I have to say about O'Dowd's Multipurpose Pomade. This is absolutely an amazing product, and it just makes my hair look good every time without fail. I mean, this was actually one of the very first unorthodox water-based pomades. It was such a huge deal when it came out. It actually revolutionized the pomade market and inspired more homebrewers to make unorthodox water-based pomades and water-based pomades that simulate oil-based pomades. So this was really actually ahead of its time, and it was one of the first to do so. And I can see why exactly it was very popular and still remains popular till today. Very lightweight, I love that. The best part of it, you get a super natural shape, and my hair just looks super good every time. The shine is not too high, but people will know that you actually do have something in there without throwing that fact into their faces. Great amount of control. It's not the best amount of control, but it's still a really good amount of control in your hair. It's on, when it comes to the hold spectrum, it's on the better side, but it's not too much of a very, very ever-present, super strong hold. It's more of like a subtle strong hold where it's between medium to firm, more towards firm while being lightweight at the same time. And finally, I should mention about the washability as well, which I didn't mention right before I talk about the final summary. So the washability itself, like I said, you can opt for buildup. So if you just, without one round of shampoo at all, if you just rinse this with the product in your hair and you just rinse with only water, that shampoo, you would be left with a very clean feeling buildup. It's sort of like a nice waxy buildup without feeling it doesn't actually feel greasy at all. You definitely feel sort of a waxy buildup, but it's not too gross waxy. It's just like a clean kind of controlled and waxy kind of buildup. But when you use one round of shampoo, if you just use the right amount, you can get this completely out of your hair. And so all in all, this is a great product. I love it a lot, and I can see why this really revolutionized the pomade market and still remains popular to today. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon to never miss a single update of The Squiddy Show. And I'll see you next time on The Squiddy Show.